It's really important to understand that whatever type of birth you've had, you will benefit from doing some pelvic floor rehab after birth. And I think that's a big misconception with C-sections, is that your pelvic floor is protected and that you don't need to do as much. The majority of the impact on the pelvic floor comes from pregnancy. We also want to recognise that for a lot of women, they have gone through a lot of kind of labouring before an emergency C-section happens. And so there's a lot of pressure and change that happens to the body throughout those, potentially hours worth of labour. The way in which it affects the core and pelvic floor, honestly, can be different for everybody. And certainly for me in my job as a pelvic health physiotherapist, I really advocate that we do a full and proper assessment for everyone prior to making that decision about what is the right rehab for them. Because for some people, you need a lot of, let's say, sort of strengthening exercise in order to regain normal function. But for a lot of other people, we have to do a lot of undoing work where a lot of held tension, for example, which is even more common, I would say, in emergency C-section scenarios, can cause very similar problems like incontinence, leaking, pain. But we have to approach it in a very different way rather than just doing lots of squeezing exercises. So I suppose my message would be really encourage people to seek the assessment postpartum.